The F-22 Raptor stealth fighter in the US Air Force has been given a big upgrade. This comes as the famous fighter gets close to its third decade of service and retirement. This video goes into more detail about the upgrade, how it might be used, and what part it plays for the Air Force. There was a long process of making the F-22, which costs $300 million each. It began as the Advanced Tactical Fighter Initiative in the 1980s, had its first test in 1990, and was finished being built in 2005. The Raptor was sent to Japan for the first time in 2006, and production stopped in 2012, with only 195 planes having been made. When it was first used in battle, it was in 2014 during the air war against the Islamic State. The F-22 is now regularly sent to the Pacific to scare China, and to Europe to scare Russia. The F-22 is a Cold War jet, even though it looks like something from the future and is hard to spot. Lockheed made it to fight the Soviet Union from sites in Europe, so it wasn't really a problem that it didn't last long. The plane can only go about 600 miles on its own fuel, which is far enough to fight over Germany and Poland. The F-22 Raptor is one of the best fighters on the market today because it is both stealthy and easy to move. It also has a good internal air-to-air missile magazine and a 20mm gun. Also, the attacker has been slowly improved over the years to have a better quality of life than other countries' best air superiority fighters, like the J-20 from the People's Republic of China and the Su-57 from Russia. The US sees China as the biggest danger because of its plans to take over Taiwan and other aggressive actions. This has made people worry that the F-22 Raptor, which was designed in the 1990s, might not be able to compete with the Chengdu 20, which was designed in the 2000s. The 20, on the other hand, was made to help with the problem of distance in the Pacific, while the F-22 was made for the European theater, where threats are closer. Even though work on the next-generation air dominance fighter is well underway, the US Air Force is worried about the growing number of J-20 jets that are getting better all the time. The F-22 Raptor is said to have a range of 460 nautical miles, or about 530 miles, with some room for supercruise. However, the F-22 needs more range to be able to fly in the Pacific. In a fight over Taiwan, Kadena in Japan is the closest air base to the Pentagon. However, if Chinese missiles destroy Kadena, it is 450 miles away. Misawa, another Japanese base, is 1,400 miles away and is the next closest large base. It's not for no reason that when USAF officers plan for an air war over Taiwan, they ignore F-22s and other fighters more and more and instead figure out the best ways for the service's long-range heavy bombers to fight a Chinese attack force. The F-22's combat range of 530 miles is not enough, and the US Air Force does not have any stealthy aerial refuelers. This will be a problem for the J-20s, which have a range of 700 miles and are designed to find refuelers and other support aircraft while they are in range, taking into account these important limitations and the changing threats. The Air Force is putting a lot of money into improving the F-22's skills. Air and Space Forces magazine says that the Air Force will buy the F-22 for $7.8 billion from 2024 to 2029. Some sources say that the money is going to things like research and development, testing, and improvements. The new F-22s have stealthy fuel tanks, which are officially called Low Drag Tank and Pylon, LDTP. They were made to be more aerodynamically efficient and less noticeable than the standard 600-gallon fuel tanks. The LDTP was meant to let the Raptor fly faster than sound with extra tanks and give it a longer range. It is said that the pylons have smart rack and pinion gas technology that lets them be ejected in a controlled way. The US Air Force said in its budget request for fiscal year 2023 that the F-22 LDTPs feature cutting-edge technological designs that could give you more endurance and range while keeping you lethal and able to survive, which are important for keeping air control. The F-22 Raptor will also have 2 wingtip pods that will allow it to do IR search and track, or IAIST. As the name suggests, these systems pick up on heat signatures. This lets a stealth fighter like the Raptor find enemy planes without sending out radar readings that show it is there. Also, the heat from the exhaust can be used to find enemies that are sneaking up on you. The suggested budget for the US Air Force for 2025 says that the goal is to keep air superiority and keep the ability to have the first look, the first shot, and the first kill. The March 27, 2024 issue of Air and Space Force magazine and the planned budget for the US Air Force in 2025 both talk about the controlled reception pattern antenna as another upgrade. This will help protect against GPS jamming. Along with attempts to improve the GPS antenna, this will be done at the same time as other radio improvements to make sure that combat aircraft can safely share information with each other. The U.S. Air Force's budget for 2025 calls for one more upgrade: research and development of an advanced danger warning receiver. This makes it easier for the F-22 to find enemy radars. Also, work is being done to make it easier for the F-22 to learn about rockets coming at it. You can see here how Raptor can react by firing flares, like the F-22 team did at last year's air show. When we talk about missiles, the F-22 Raptor is the first ship that will get the top-secret AIM-260 Joint Advanced Tactical Missile, or JATM. The range of the new air-to-air missile is longer than the AIM-120D, and the seeker head is better. The AIM-260 project was first shown off in 2019, but it has been in the works at least since 2017. The new long-range air-to-air missile is meant to replace the AIM-120 AIM RAM and protect against the Chinese PL-15 missile danger. It will also stop foreign threats from being able to outrange the AIM-120. The budget request also calls for a new operational flight program, improved radar electronic protection, open system design, new encrypted radios, and a Mode 5 identification friend or FOLINK 16 system. Senior Air Force chiefs have said that the F-22 program from now until 2030 is a bridge in addition to the upgrade to the next generation air dominance fighter and its family of systems, and many have said that technologies being worked on for the F-22 as it nears the end of its useful life will directly apply to NGAD. The budget says that the F-22 fleet will be cut by 32 planes, bringing it down to about 153. However, the papers show that only 142 of the planes will get all of the improvements. The 32 jets the Air Force wants to sell are in Block 20 form. To bring them up to Block 30, the newest standard, Air Force Secretary Frank Kendall has said it would cost more than $50 million per jet. For that reason, the Air Force would rather use the money to improve the younger model's abilities against the expected danger, which is mostly China's fifth-generation fighters, which are an air-to-air threat, plus more advanced air-to-air weapons. Even though the F-22 fleet is going to be cut down, the Air Force's plan to upgrade the surviving jets shows that they want to keep the Raptor useful. The F-22's legacy keeps changing, whether it's by adding new features to the next wave of fighters or making the plane last longer. One thing is certain as the Air Force faces its problems. The F-22 Raptor is still an important part of America's air defense plan, and it is ready to adapt to new threats and do well against them. Also, what do you think of this change? Write your answer in the box below. If you liked the video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on alerts so you don't miss any new ones. Please enjoy your time watching.